Today I'm going to show you how to do embossing on paper. So let's get started. So I have here some paper that I got at Paper Source, which is one of my favorite stores. In fact, most of the things I'm showing you I got at Paper Source, and I am not endorsing them. I am not being paid by them. I just happen to love this store, and I have a couple of them near my house. And this is their latest catalog, full of all kinds of fun paper stuff. Okay, so I have some paper here, and this is a clear embossing powder that I've used before, and today I bought the gold embossing powder, which I have never tried. Now the clear can be used with this gold metallic stamp, and I've used that before, so I thought I would try for the first time the gold embossing powder, and we could compare that to the clear embossing powder with the gold stamp. But you can do any color of embossing with the clear powder. So what you do is you just put your stamp into the pad that you want, and then you I have this heat gun that's specially for embossing. I'm not sure if you could just use a hairdryer, but this one I know is specifically for embossing, so it's the right temperature and the right airflow for sure. And I'm saving the extra powder on a scrap piece of paper. There's no need to waste it. And now for the fun part. We're going to turn on our little embossing machine. It basically just blows warm to hot air, and what it's doing is, I guess, melting the powder into the color and into the paper, so it's embossed in the paper. And I don't know that you can really tell, but it kind of has a sheen to it, a little bit glossy, not glittery, just a sheen. And some of that will dry because it's just wet, but it will stay a little bit glossy. So now I'm gonna try a pink, just for fun, to see how the pink turns out. And this is a larger stamp, so I have to stamp it twice, and in fact there's a part of the stamp that didn't get as much ink, so you can see that it's just barely there, but that'll just create some variation. And I apologize that I didn't get it all on the camera. But I'm just putting the clear powder on, same as with the green stamp. Just make sure you cover everything, and then kind of shake it to make sure everything's coated. And then you want to wipe off the excess, because otherwise you'd be embossing the whole paper. Okay, and now to take our little embossing gun or dryer, whatever you want to call it, blower, and apply the heat. This one's nice because I think when you do the embossing, it really shows the detail more than when it's not embossed. Alright, here we go. It's starting to emboss. Alright, that was fun. Okay, now we're going to compare the gold stamp with clear powder to the new gold metallic powder I purchased. So here is the gold. It's a metallic gold stamp that I've had, and so we're going to just, oh, and here's the gold powder with a Versamark stamp, which is a watermark stamp pad made in Japan. It's an oil-based one, so it's a special only made for these embossing powders. And I sped this part up because it took me forever to get the wrapping off of this new glitter. Okay, I think I'm done here. This one was a little easier. All right, it's a little bit sticky. Okay, so I'm just going to refill the clear powder and use this over again. All right, let's go get a stamp. And with this gold, I'm going to be festive and use my Merry Christmas stamp. All right, I've got it good and coated. Just kind of rocking it back and forth to make sure I got it all on there. Now to put the clear powder again. And do the shake. There's something, yeah, something pink in there. Must have been from the pink that I had done before. Okay, let's try this with the gold metallic with the clear powder. And let me get the powder and tell you what it's called. Embossing powder clear by Manger, I think is the name. Super fine detail. Or it's called Ranger is the company in New Jersey. All right, that one's done. It kind of looks like gold glitter. So I'm just gonna put back the extra powder again. Okay, now I already know how this turned out, obviously. I'm just doing the voiceover, but I got a little bit too much. Oh, I decided to, it's a good idea to wipe the gold color off of the stamp before I stamp it into my brand new Versamark stamp pad. So I'm trying to get the excess gold off of the stamp. And honestly, I should have maybe wiped it with a cloth because I still get some gold on the stamp. The stamp pad, I mean. I'm really pressing harder than I need to. See how it sticks in there? I mean, I got it way in there. And also left a nice gold indentation in my new stamp pad. And I also got too much of the stamping stuff on the paper, so I didn't have to push as hard as I did. Lesson learned. You'll see in a minute. All right, so you can just see there was a lot of extra on the Mary, so that kind of is a little error, but this is just a trial run and we're just mainly comparing right now. So no big deal. Let's just melt it with the heat gun. Sorry it's not in focus here. I'm moving it closer and it's even mostly out of the camera. I think the camera's focusing on the green right there. I can tell what it's trying to do. Okay. So the main difference, this is really, you can tell it's a lot more substantial. This is more like glitter, look of glitter. This is definitely looks more like a real gold embossing. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Happy embossing!